Hello everybody and welcome to Stealwing33 Plays Rimworld! I'm Stealwing33 and hello everybody! How's it going? So this is Rimworld. Rimworld is of course a colony simulator and essentially it's a slow-paced survival game that I've been playing a lot of in my free time. I've really been enjoying it. It's been a lot of fun and you know, I generally try to stay away from slower paced games, but I've been having a really good time with Rimworld, and I wanted to play it for the channel because I wanted to take an opportunity to have something that's a little bit slower that I can talk to you guys during, and that you guys can leave questions and stuff like that, just to talk to me about, like, if you guys have any, curiosities or things that, maybe, like, you've always wanted to know what my favorite kind of fish is or something. I don't know. But that said, let's go ahead and pick ourselves a location here. I'm going to let it be random, which is, you probably hear me clicking away here. And stop. Where are we at? Temperate forest, small trees, sandstone, limestone. Awesome. This will be where we land. And, of course, we have our people. I'm going to go until I actually manage to stop on somebody that is incapable of nothing. Which is good. Trigger happy's funny. Alright, cool. So this will be Steely Phil. This will be... I was already incapable of nothing. This guy... Nah, I don't like those traits. That one, old lady, 64-year-old lady, will be Bravo 3. And last but not least, there will be, oops, let's get a boy. I would like a boy who's incapable of nothing. Well, I mean, they can be incapable, not of violence though. Capable of nothing. Female colonist. Nope, I want a male colonist. Scary. Nope. Nope. No, no, no. There we go. Male colonist, naked guys, explorer. This will be me. Alright, Stealwing 33. There we go, alright. So let's go ahead and get this party started, and I'll explain more about Rimworld as we get into it. But basically, Rimworld is a survival game, right? It all takes place from this top-down perspective. Like this. It's not a terribly complicated game, but there are a lot of small intricacies to it. So first of all, we need to take a look at who has the best shooting skill, which I believe is Bravo 3 here. So he'll equip that gun. I have the next best, so I will equip that, and Steely Phil will equip this knife. Perfect. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's go ahead and make these not restricted anymore. Alright, so this is Rimworld. Rimworld is, it's a pretty basic game. You can kind of tell that there's, like, stuff everywhere. There's a bunch of, like, trees, there's rocks, there's this mountain. This is, like, a room of some kind, which we'll try to crack open at some point. That point is not now, as normally those rooms contain horrible monsters or really pissed off people. But at some point we'll try to crack into that. And yeah, so we'll get right along here. I'm trying to look for somewhere to start our base. This is looking like a good location right here. So this tract of land right here, you can see it's like a slightly darker color. This is all rich soil. It's a lot better for growing plants. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a structure and we're going to build ourselves a bunch of little rooms here. They're going to be a bunch of 9x10 rooms. Well, 9x10 rooms with doors. Essentially. 8. Good. 8. Good. Alright, and then we'll put a bunch of wooden doors on these. Pop. And we need beds. Alright. And with that, we have a basic colony. There we go. And there's also a shit ton of these packaged survival meals everywhere. It's like the 4th pod of them I've seen. There we go. So this is a basic colony. Your colonists need rooms and they need beds to sleep in. And stuff like that. We also need to put down a stockpile. Which, ancient danger. Sense of foreboding overcomes her. She isn't sure why, but she feels that this dusty structure may contain great danger. So this thing contains giant robots. So we will... Our goal for this series is to eventually crack this open and kill whatever's inside. That's just for me. That's the way that I like to run my thing. I like to come up with a goal and then do it. We will have an 11 by 11 stockpile over here. This stockpile will be only for resources, items, weapons, and apparel. No corpses or anything like that. And then we will have a dumping stockpile next door to that. And then this stockpile will start out... This will just be for chunks. And the corpses of animals. And that will be it. Yep, there we go. Alright, cool. That starts off that pretty well. So as you can see, we built the structure out of wood. And our other colonists are going to start bringing stuff to where it belongs. In particular, these packaged survival meals are good. We want to make sure everybody's constructing. And I got to that by doing the work tab down here. If you're just starting out in Rimworld, I'm going to be blowing through a lot of like this early game stuff. A lot of it's not that complicated. The work tab lets you change what people are allowed to do. So there's cooking, there's hunting, construction, repair. You always want everybody to be able to construct, and you want everybody to be able to cut plants. Everything else, it's sort of up to you how you want to handle that. I like to do it where if the character has passion in it, which is denoted by this little like flame down in the bottom right corner of the thing, I let them do it. Everybody should be a doctor, or I guess maybe not, but we'll just do that. Everybody should be able to flick. That lets them do switches. And I like to have at least one person be a cook at all times. And then that should be it. And we'll have one person be a grower. Speaking of growing, we also need to set up basic growing zone. So we'll take a growing zone here, and we'll make a nice little 7x7 growing zone. It'll grow potatoes. That's good. And we'll set up a second little growing zone right here. 7x7. This one will grow cotton, and then we'll do a third one, and this one will do rice. Yeah, where's rice? There's rice. All right. So we got potatoes, rice, and cotton. Those are your three really basic. Those are your three basic utilities, right? Potatoes are the easiest ones to grow, so you should always grow potatoes. Potato plants grow the easiest out of all of them, but are the least delicious. Rice grows the most food per plant, so that's the best one to grow for like large volume. And then cotton, you need it to make shirts and make clothing and chairs and things of that nature. And those are important things to keep track of. It's really easy to forget to do growing zones. I forget them pretty regularly. And then we're going to build an extra room right here. That will be a nice, giant 12 by 12 room. Well, 12 by 10, I guess. But this room over here will be where we put, like, dining room tables and things of that nature. And we'll probably construct hallways and stuff for that. You can see that they're putting up roofs. These are now buildings. Our people can now live in them. They count as indoors. Things of that nature. And so you need to... The first thing you need to do is set up rooms for your colonists. And that requires a lot of wood, unless you decide to make them out of steel, which I wouldn't recommend. Steel's kind of a hot commodity later in the game as you start running out of it. The more shit you build out of wood, the easier your life's going to be. The problem with wood is that wood is flammable, and so if like a lightning storm starts, or somebody decides to get trigger happy with an incendiary cannon, you can run into problems. We didn't quite finish all of the rooms today, which is fine. We're gonna have to remember this whole area over here. It's gonna require, like, we're gonna have to build like turrets and like do a bunch of other crap, but hopefully it'll be worth it. This stockpile will eventually turn into a building, but I don't worry about it too much at the beginning of the game. You know, there's other things to do. But this is the basics of Rimworld. We're getting the basics of the colony set up. These buildings are getting constructed, and then they will get roofed, and then they will turn into rooms, and that will make our colonists nice and happy. Because the first thing that we really need to do, the most important thing in the whole game, is that your colonists need to be happy. It's really, really easy to forget some of the basic stuff, like forgetting to do doors, forgetting to build rooms. And when you first start with Rimworld, they don't tell you that your colonists don't like it when they have to share a bedroom. And so it's really important to always build rooms. You want to make them all as even as possible, and then you also want to make sure that they are decently sized. We're going to mine out this stuff. This is all, it's compacted machinery, so it'll turn into, like, components and parts, which we need to build, like, machines later. They're important. We'll probably end up hunting a couple deer here, just to get some early game food going. But we gotta be careful not to hunt too many at once. Stealwing and Steely Phil have fallen in love. Well, I didn't see that coming. It's important to kind of remember that you don't want to hunt too much stuff at once, especially when it's in a big group like this, because animals can take revenge, and that's important. Always remember that when you build your butcher tables and stuff like that, you have to remember to tell it to do something. So, like, for this one, we want to build a fine meal. We can't do that? Alright, fine. So we'll do simple meals. Do until we have... Let's do 50 meals. We are allowed to eat anything that isn't human. Good. And then what animal products are we not allowed to eat? Eggs fertilized. Yeah, don't do fertilized eggs. Alright, that'll be fine. Alright, good. That'll basically set it up so that we'll cook meals until we have 50 meals stored in the stockpile over here. Once we have 50 meals stored up in the stockpile over there, it'll be fine. We can cook meals out of meat, and we can cook meals out of plants and things of that nature. We have struck compacted machinery. We already did that. We already knew that that was there. But there we go. We got a basic colony. That took, like, what? 11 minutes. But I know how to do that now that quickly because, like, I've played so much at this point that I just know how to do that. My biggest issue is that, like, is everybody set up to be a hauler? Yeah, everyone's hauling. Good. Everyone should haul. Everyone should clean. We have a Yorkie named Aaron, who needs a bed, which is why we have the cotton growing. Well, why we will have the cotton growing at some point. There we go. You need cloth to do... There's a bunch of different furnitures that need it. Animal beds need it. Armchairs need it. Certain kinds of beds need it. Stuff like that. It's important to kind of remember that. We have lovers. Me and Steely Phil are lovers, apparently. Which means that we actually only need one bedroom. So let's uninstall that bed, and we'll make a double bed for them out of wood. There we go. Build that there, please. And then I need to, at some point, where I need to make a tailoring bench because I am naked. So let's go ahead and do a hand tailoring bench. We'll put that inside as well. We need defenses, and we have some visitors coming. Visitors from the Minoka Cave system. What's up with them? Minoka Caves. They don't like us very much. But they're here to trade with us, so that's good. That's good. Alright. Get some simple meals down. Get some stuff out of the way here. Let's have Bravo 3. I want you to haul this silver over here. Because we need silver to trade. Silver's a currency in the game, essentially. And now that that's been hauled, I want you to talk to them, please. We'll slow this down. Can't talk properly because of poor health. This will affect trade prices. Consider using a healthier negotiator. What the hell's wrong with your health? I mean, that's fine. They got some herbal medicine, which we don't need. And they have cobra fish, which, whatever the hell that is. So, luckily, it doesn't fucking matter. You have a gunshot wound to your neck. Moving, talking. That's not that bad. I thought there was, like, actually something wrong with Antonio. Like, he, like, had a disease or something. Low food, huh? Alright, well, let's have me. Yo, me, go haul these things. Sometimes you gotta tell your survivors to, like, actually go perform basic tasks. Like, we actually have, like, a shit ton of food everywhere. There are a lot of these packaged survival meals sitting around that, just need to get hauled into the actual place. We also need a table for people to eat at. Stuff that you wouldn't normally think about, but you do need a table. It does actually affect people's moods. And then you need to remember to make sure the chairs are all facing the right way when you install them. Otherwise, people get upset. Don't get upsetty. Have some spaghetti. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and add a bill. Let's make 1 pair of pants and 1 t-shirt and 1 cowboy hat. And as soon as the cotton comes in, we'll be able to do that. Let's call ourselves Steelberg. Good. Alright. So while we're just doing like basic maintenance stuff, I want to take a minute to talk about the state of the channel. You know, I was off for a little while, off doing my ID tech work, trying to make a little bit of money so that way I can, you know, support myself and live a normal human people life. And you know, it kind of threw off my upload schedule pretty badly, which I am sorry about. But hopefully I'll be back on track. I'm hoping that this month I'll be back to doing at least 1 video a day, every day, for the entire month. But I'm hoping to try to diversify what it is that I'm playing in order to help me stay interested and help you guys stay interested. So that's why we're playing Rimworld right now. Mad animal, that's not good. What is this? Squirrel? Not the squirrel. There is also a turtle over here that we could eat that. I'm hoping to get better about doing that kind of stuff. And the main reason I'm saying that now is because I want you guys to hold me accountable for it. If I forget to upload a video, like, message me. Remind me that I'm stupid and need to remember to do that kind of stuff. It's not because I don't want to upload videos. I know that for some people, you know, like, this is the stuff that they watch. I know that Scoblin watches me, and then I know he watches other people. I'm not so presumptuous as to assume that I'm the only one that he watches. But, you know, I'm hoping that if I can keep myself honest and keep doing it at the rate that I know that I can do it, that maybe and hopefully I'll be able to, you know, do a good job and we'll get more subscribers and we can turn this into something. What is this? Oh, I forgot that I added like a big minimap. This minimap's from a mod, by the way. I do have a couple mods installed. I have Prepare Carefully, and I have like the basic community mod installed. The community mod gives me this thing up here. This minimap. It does a couple other things, like changes the way that like outfits work and other things of that nature. Can I get a new outfit? Oh, geez. Okay, well, that's a little bit much for me to be doing right now. But that's my hope is to get back to doing this correctly. You know, I really want to be able to do this the way that I'm supposed to. And like do it the way that I know that I can. And that's important to me, to be able to actually be a YouTuber and to do this thing not half-assed anymore, doing it the way that I feel like I'm able to. And so with that in mind, I am going to try to diversify the content. I'm definitely going to try to, like, do things like, you know, make different gameplay. Not just do, you know, Gungeon and Dark Souls over and over and over again. Actually try to, like, play a game, like, play more than just, like, a one-shot of, like, Salt and Sanctuary, or do something like that. I'm still going to finish Dark Souls 2. I'm at least going to do all the DLC. I don't know if I'll do Dark Souls 1 right now, unless you guys are, like, super interested in watching me play Dark Souls 1. Who's this? We got a new person, Leo. What's your deal, Leo? Ex-lover of Bravo 3. Oh no! Does that actually like affect your? No, it doesn't actually affect your mood at all. He's only wearing a hat. The man's buck naked except for his hat. That's good. We gained a new person, so we actually need to reinstall one of these beds. Right there we go. Which is great because that actually means that we don't need to build another room right now, which is super great. Also means we gained an extra person. What can you do, Leo? You can plant cut, you can do art, but he can't cook. Can't do any of this stuff. Well, I mean, luckily he likes being a warden and a doctor, and he's a research guy. Looks like he's some kind of like, he's like a doctor of some kind. Seems to have good skill in medicine, melee, social. Alright, not bad. That'll be helpful. Very helpful indeed. In fact, while I'm thinking about, let's get a research bench down. And we'll start doing some research. The first thing I always research for me is I always do stone cutting. Not because I think it's the most useful, but because I think it like lets you do something with all of these chunks of rock everywhere. And it increases the resource for buildings and stuff. And building buildings out of like walls and stuff is way better than building them out of wood. So I always go stone cutting first. It's the most useful out of all of them, in my opinion. So there you go. We also need to start some mining projects, so let's go ahead and do that. Is there any steel anywhere that might be useful? There's some plasteel over here. I think this is plasteel. Compacted steel. Nope, just regular steel. Very useful. There's some jade over here. Some regular-ass steel over here. I'll go ahead and cut that as well. This area is really rich in minerals, actually. Like super rich in minerals. There's a lot of jade, a lot of steel. It's gonna be very, very easy for us to get stuff like, get like a lot of turrets and a lot of things like in that nature going. I'm kind of curious about this, so let's grab you, bring you over here. I want to see what this is. Let's go ahead and deconstruct those. These are chunks of the spaceship. When you deconstruct them, you ancient danger. Don't go into that then. We'll leave that alone for right now. Chunks of spaceship, when you deconstruct them, they turn into steel and components and steel slag chunks and things of that nature. It's very useful. You should always deconstruct them. They turn into components and steel a lot of the time. Those minerals are kind of rare, and they have to be mined in order for us to do that. Won't grow in a winter cold. Your food crop won't grow. Could build a walk-in refrigeration room to prevent food from spoiling. And try to buy steel or make some parkas, or you'll freeze when you step outside during the winter. Alright, well, we'll keep that in mind. This is going to be a freezer. We're going to build, a power room. I'm not sure. Probably over here by this thermal vent. So that way we can make use of that later when we get the ability to make thermal vents. Well, thermal generators, rather. Or maybe we'll build it over here. I don't know. We'll decide. It's not crazy important for us to, like, figure that out right now. But hopefully we'll be able to figure that out sooner rather than later. In fact, let's go ahead and start getting power up now. We'll build it like this. Yeah, 4 of these. Then, like, 4 batteries, basically. And then this part needs to be built. There needs to be a structure around it. So that way we can build a roof over it. Because you need to shelter your batteries from rain. Because if it rains on them, they'll short circuit. And then we need to take the zone area and expand the roof to be over these things. There we go. Easy peasy. A raid! What do we got? This guy named Mai, who's coming from the south. Alright, what's he got? What do you got? What do you got? You got, like, a gun? Nope, wooden club and a shirt. He's not wearing any pants. He's pretty good at, she's pretty good at construction and at mining. So if we can capture her, I would like to do that. So actually, let's go ahead and build a prison. Can I build it out of... No, we'll just build it out of wood. We'll build a prisoner room, like, right here. Same size as all the other rooms, because prisoners being happy does actually affect whether or not you can convert them to being on your team. And then for structure, for the door, we will make the door out of steel. which normally feels pretty bad to do, but I think it's fine. All right, who's got our gun? You've got a gun, so why don't you come? Just go there, and then I have a gun. So let's go here. And she's dead. All right, never mind. False alarm. False alarm. Yeah, she died instantly. She headshot right to the skull, killed instantly, brain destroyed. One shot, one kill. Antonio's apparently a crack shot, which makes sense because he's got character fucking 12 shooting skill, which is absurd. That's like absurdly high. It's really important that we make use of a lot of our skills though, because you do lose experience from them slowly over time. Cannot set outdoor bed for prisoners. Alright, well, fine then. Be that way. We had steel somewhere, right? Where did all our steel go? Oh, did we use it for, like... We must have used it for something else. We need to make a dumping ground for corpses. I need to remember to do that. So we will put the dumping pile for corpses over here by the horrible zone. And this will be only for human corpses. I like to do it like that because it keeps it out of sight, out of mind kind of a thing. If your colonists see corpses, rotting corpses too much, they get upset. And so it's important to kind of... It's important to mitigate how much they're seeing corpses. Which I know seems like self-explanatory, but you'd be surprised. Alright, where's Bravo 3? There he is. Right, so at some point we'll finish this door. We just need more steel. Which, you know, we can get a little bit extra in a minute. We're running low on time, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to finish up. I want to at least get the power done before we end the episode. And then we need to set up some security. The problem, my only problem with this game is that the options for security are garbage. You basically you can build walls, and later you can get turrets and things, and that's it. You can get mortars, which shoot, like, long-range explosive shells at people. But that's not particularly useful. You've struck compacted steel. Oh, boy. So go ahead and mine that out as well. And there's some right there, too. Fantastic. Yeah, the batteries and the power are probably more important, to be honest. Because that'll let us put lights, and we need to put, like, a freezer and stuff. And we don't have a prisoner right now, so there's no reason for me to, like, devote time to that. But there you go. Trader from Morocco's of the Cave. Alright. We'll see what they got, and then we'll see if we can get the power finished up here, and then we'll be good to go. I want more people than just me to be mining. If we can make that happen, that'd be super duper. Don't get me wrong, cutting plants and cooking is important too, but I really like it if we could get somebody that more than just one person cutting into mountains and stuff. Pemmican's important. Pemmican's basically like... Oh, there it is. It's a preserved mashed mixture of fat and plant food. Tastes bland, but not offensive. It lasts a very long time without refrigeration. We can also buy 2 people. But they're expensive. I'm not going to buy that. How much is it for all of their pemmican? Too much. How much is it for, like, 50 pemmican? 100? 100? Yeah, we can do that. There we go. That'll be helpful. Alright. Easy does it. Go ahead and get more metal. I hear cutting, but I don't hear... I hear mining, but I don't see mining. Go ahead and cut into more of that. Lots of metal in this mountain, which is fantastic. It's super useful when you have resources like this so close. Because it basically means that we have the ability to, like, get lots of, like, high-tech resources really quickly. Solar panels are great. Cutting into that mountain right there. We can also, like, if we cut into this mountain, we can make rooms out of this. I normally like to make my prisons out of mountain rooms. Let's go ahead and make you need training for obedience. There we go. He also needs, like, a place to sleep. We will do a wooden box. There we go. Not a problem. We got a hare here. Go ahead and tame this hare. Why not? We got time. No handler can tame the hare. The best handler is level 3. Requires level 6 to tame a hare. Jesus, really? I mean, alright, that's fine, I guess. That kind of sucks, because taming animals is a good way to, like, get food, because you can, like, have them breed and then eat their offspring, or if, like, they're chickens, you can have them, like, lay eggs and stuff. Which is great. Maybe not obviously, but it's pretty great. Actually, where did I put that box? There it is. We can make a bed, because I forgot that I actually bothered to do cloth right now. And then we can also do some armchairs, which I will do. Let some people do some relaxing in this room over here. And at some point we're going to make, like, wooden floors and stuff, and we'll, like, make our camp prettier, so that way it's easier for us to do that kind of stuff, which will be fun. If we can just get this one finished up, guys, that'd be super duper. Come on, one of you guys. I don't want to be that guy, but maybe focus on finishing the goddamn solar cell. I don't want. I mean, please. Hey, there it goes. All right, 77. We got enough. Get some components. Cool. All right, there we go. Easy peasy. And the power is good to go. All right. The way we route that around is we use these power conduits, and you connect to this blue line. So, like, we're going to do this, and then we're going to go up, and then we're going to go over, all the way into here. And that'll be great. But that'll have to wait until the next episode, because on that note, we're going to call it quits. So thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you saw, let me know. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date. I'm going to post more videos. If you really like what you saw, leave a like. Help the channel grow. Helps me out a great deal. If you really like this video, please, share it around. Let's try to grow the family up a little bit. If you guys are really enjoying Rimworld, let me know in the comments. If you guys have any feedback or anything like that, I would really appreciate hearing from you guys. Yeah, so with that, thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye!